Gaze upon these. Angkor Wat, a sprawling stone masterpiece rising from the Cambodian jungle. It's more than just a temple. It's the heart of the once mighty Khmer Empire, a civilization that flourished for over 600 years. From this aerial view, you can appreciate its sheer scale, its perfect symmetry, its breathtaking beauty. But what you can't see is the invisible enemy this empire fought every single day. An enemy far more relentless than any invading army, Natura itself. The Khmer Empire wasn't just built on stone, it was built on a knife's edge, caught between two devastating extremes. Imagine a land ruled by the monsoon. For half the year, the heavens would open up, unleashing torrential rains that turned the landscape into a vast, unforgiving swamp. Rivers would swell, bursting their banks and threatening to wash away everything in their path. Homes, farms, even the sacred foundations of their temples were at risk of being swallowed by the floodwaters. A deluge of this magnitude wasn't just an inconvenience. It was an existential threat, capable of wiping out an entire season's harvest and plunging the population into famine. But then, just as suddenly, the chaos would cease. The rains would vanish, and the sun would beat down with relentless ferocity. The once drenched land would bake and crack under the intense heat. The life-giving rivers would shrink to mere trickles, and the vibrant green landscape would turn to a brittle, dusty brown. This was the dry season, a period of crippling drought that was just as deadly as the floods. Without water, the rice paddies, the very lifeblood of the empire, would wither and die. The people would thirst. The great city of Angkor, home to hundreds of thousands, would face collapse. So how did the Khmer not only survive but thrive in such a volatile, hostile environment? How did they build one of the most advanced and populous pre-industrial cities in the world under such conditions? The answer lies not in prayer or magic, but in one of the most brilliant feats of engineering the ancient world has ever seen. They didn't just fight nature, Tetame d'Italiano. They harnessed its wild power and bent it to their will. The Khmer engineers looked at the chaos of the monsoon and saw an opportunity. They understood that the water that threatened to drown them in the wet season was the same precious resource they would desperately need in the dry season. Their solution was as audacious as it was ingenious. A colossal, city-wide water management system. We're not talking about a few simple wells or ditches. We're talking about a sophisticated network of canals, dikes, and enormous reservoirs known as beres. Let's start with the beres. These are not natural lakes. They are massive, man-made bodies of water, dug out of the earth by hand, some stretching for several miles. Think about the sheer manpower required. Millions of cubic meters of earth, moved without modern machinery, all to create these gigantic liquid savings accounts. During the monsoon season, a complex network of channels and canals would divert the excess floodwater from the rivers, guiding it safely into these barrays. Instead of letting the water run wild and cause destruction, they captured it, storing billions of gallons of it for later use. Look at the West Barre, for example. It's over 5 miles long and a mile wide. Even today, it's one of the largest hand-cut reservoirs on the planet. It's so large it looks like a natural feature of the landscape, but every inch of it was planned and executed with incredible precision. These berries were the empire's giant canteens, holding the key to their survival through the parched months of the dry season. But simply storing the water wasn't enough. The real genius was in its distribution. The Khmer designed a grid-like system of canals that crisscrossed the entire region, connecting the berets to the city and, most importantly, to the vast agricultural fields. When the dry season hit and the land began to thirst, the engineers would open a series of sluice gates. Gravity would do the rest. The stored monsoon water would flow from the higher elevation berets down through this intricate web of waterways, irrigating thousands upon thousands of acres of rice paddies. This system was a game changer. It allowed the Khmer to do something few other civilizations could: harvest rice multiple times a year. While others were at the mercy of a single rainy season, the Khmer created their own artificial wet seasons. This resulted in a massive surplus of food, which could support a large, non-farming population of priests, soldiers, administrators, and, of course, the thousands of artisans and laborers needed to build magnificent temples like Angkor Wat. The water network was the engine that powered the empire's growth, its wealth, and its cultural golden age. It was the foundation upon which the stone temples were built. The system was also designed with incredible foresight. They built spillways and outlets to manage water levels within the berries, preventing them from overflowing even in the most extreme monsoons. The main canals were often built at slight, carefully calculated angles to control the speed and flow of the water, preventing erosion and ensuring efficient distribution across the entire network. They even integrated the system with their spiritual beliefs. The moats surrounding temples like Angkor Wat weren't just defensive. They were part of the water system, symbolizing the mythical ocean surrounding Mount Meru, the home of the gods, while also serving a practical hydrological function. So, what happened? If their system was so brilliant, why did the empire eventually decline? It's a complex question with many contributing factors, including political strife and shifting trade routes. But many scholars believe that climate change played a significant role. Evidence suggests the region was hit by a series of prolonged and exceptionally severe droughts in the 14th and 15th centuries, followed by unusually intense monsoons. It is possible that even the Khmer's masterful engineering was eventually overwhelmed by climate volatility that was far beyond anything they had designed their system to handle. The intricate network may have failed, leading to catastrophic crop failures, and ultimately, the abandonment of the great city of Angkor. Today, as we walk among these ancient stones, it's easy to be captivated solely by the artistry of the carvings and the grandeur of the architecture. But the true legacy of the Khmer Empire is written in the land itself. It's in the faint outlines of the ancient canals, in the massive, shimmering surfaces of the barrays that still hold water to this day. The story of Angkor is a powerful testament to human ingenuity in the face of environmental adversity. It's a reminder that for centuries, these engineers and planners successfully managed a delicate balance with the natural world, creating a sustainable and prosperous civilization in a place that should have been uninhabitable. They saw a problem, a cycle of flood and drought, and engineered a solution of breathtaking scale and sophistication. The temples may be what draw us here, but it's the unseen, underground network of water that tells the true story of how this incredible civilization was able to rise and flourish. They didn't just build a city of stone, they built an empire of water. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey into ancient engineering as fascinating as I did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories from our incredible past.